This is
What you're talking about?
This is NPR Markel Mania. Let's go live. Yo, 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 yo.
I just hummed the whole theme song as it played.
Yeah.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to Mark Out Mania. I'm Pedro Boyga, Texas Spaniard, and we have with us all the way from the not ever cold at all, never ever, the James the X-Tribe Sorno, aka Jim House. How are you?
I am doing okay, my friend. I'm doing okay. I'm surviving the bitter cold I was just today, but other than that, I'm good. It's a nice sunny day here in Orlando. Let's do
it. He's
football
lying
weekend.
He's lying to all of you. There's never any cold in Orlando.
It was brick yesterday.
But you know who comes from the land of the ice and snow? It's the god of thunder. Zeus King Dark. How are you?
I'm here. I'm cold. I'm frozen. I'm buried up in my asshole in snow.
Damn. Why is it in your asshole?
Because
that's alarming.
It's 4 feet high on the ground.
Dang. Whoa. Is everyone
What
okay?
do you wear? A giant bear skin around you? What? Oh my God, you must be frigid up there.
Yeah, that's what the golden fleece is for.
What's up, everyone?
Balls warm.
Nothing.
We were talking. I was just gonna say we were talking NFL before we got on the air.
Yeah, it should be a good football weekend. I mean, as long as the Chiefs lose, I'm happy. I mean, I hate the Eagles. I'm a Giants fan, so I hate the Eagles. But
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the Commanders. I'm sorry, the Redskins anyway. But I'll be rooting for them because they're the hottest team in the NFL.
I hate both of them. I've always hated the Redskins. I've always hated the Eagles.
I fuck Philly. I hate them with a passion.
Yeah, it's funny. My buddy who Larry, we call him Freak Show.
Nice.
He's from Buffalo, moved to North Carolina.
Okay.
And we became friends at the delivery job I was at.
The opposite of Zeus.
Exactly. He moved. He was the smart one. He moved away from here. But yes, and he's an Eagles fan, which is weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
How can you? Oh, that's horrible.
I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it should be a good football weekend, though, you know? And, it should be a good weekend overall because tomorrow we got the playoffs, AFC Championship, NFC Championship, and tonight we got Saturday night's main event, brother.
Oh,
so, that should be pretty good. Now,
I forgot.
I guess I got to start watching TNA again, by the way, because the pay-per-view Genesis, the whole half the NXT roster showed up. Their Impact was actually live this past Thursday, and it was an NXT Tag Team Title match on a live Impact. I heard Tessa Blanchard cut a promo, a natural good one for a change. And so it was like, okay, what's going on? All of a sudden, TNA's getting a little bit vibrant.
Well, I mean, working with WWE, I mean, that's just, it's going to create it's going to be an exciting atmosphere, right?
Right.
Because we've seen what they've done, little bits here and there in the past. They let, Impact wrestlers, come to Royal Rumble and things, and wear the Knockouts title and stuff like that. So it's been pretty interesting. They don't get treated like main event people, but they don't get treated like discarded fucking action figures like Tony treated them when AEW was working with
and Zeus, a lot of the TNA talent, it's over in NXT. Like Joe Hendry, I mean, you had the whole crowd singing his song. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they're over.
Catchy tune though. That's
yeah. So they're over already.
That song would get him over just about anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know about AEW, but yeah.
No, because I don't think
I don't think the fans know how to spell the word, so I don't know.
They'd be quick to
damn.
Don't shoot yourself.
James. They wouldn't know how to spell the word.
I believe in okay, yeah. I stutter. Keep it moving. You know what? So no, come on, man. And Impact was actually live. I mean, I can't remember the last time Impact had a live show.
So
I mean,
did you watch
pay-per-view? Yeah.
Did you watch it, James?
No, I didn't know it was going to go live. I didn't know Impact was live because it's usually a taped TV show, right? 2 hours taped.
Yeah.
It was live, and then the NXT Tag Team title match, impromptu title match. I was like, whoa! And then Cora Jay's going to challenge Masa Slamovich. I'm like, okay. I was like, I got to start watching TNA. I was like, holy shit, And then Tessa Blanchard cuts a real good heel promo. She called out Tully Blanchard, who was actually in the crowd, which is kind of hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She called out her dad.
So, well, as a good thing, like a good thing,
Oh, okay.
I come from royalty. I come from this,
okay.
All you got.
She gave a shout out.
Yeah, shout out. I'm sorry, because that the whole crowd was calling her puta.
Oh,
So I was like, that's hot, So she was like, you can call me whatever you want. My dad, I come from royalty. I come from Tully Blanchard. He's sitting in the crowd. I was like, and she got a great heel promo. She goes, I got rid of the trash. They're on the way to the WWE. And then, like anybody else who steps in from that company is going to get slapped. She goes, I'm back. This is my division. It's always been my division. I was like, you can call me whatever you want. You can call me the biggest bitch in the world. But guess what? I'm here and you're watching me. I was like, oh, go get it, Tessa. Okay. That's how you lean into your bitch side, finally,
Yes, yeah. Well, that's what Ronda should have done.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Zeus, you know what? You're absolutely right. Yep.
The TNA fans did also greet Tessa Blanchard with a different chant on the paper.
Oh yeah, Genesis. Yeah.
We won't mention the chant, but yeah, there's a little bit different chant on
that was a little brutal.
Wrestling fans today have a long memory about that shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, guys, she's starting to lean into it.
I don't know if that's the thing you should lean into, James.
But Pedro, if everybody in the world thinks she's the biggest heel as is already, so lean into it. Lean into it.
Okay, being a heel, okay, but not into that specific chant.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't ignore it, right?
Colonel De Beers was a racist character in the 80s.
Yeah.
But that was the 80s. That was the 80s. That what worked then isn't going to work now. I mean, I saw a huge outrage on wrestling, the internet community this week, because someone was putting up that footage of Rick Rude hiking up Francine's skirt and then putting her on his shoulders and like licking her butt or whatever he was doing. Do you guys remember that clip from back in the day?
That's a long time ago.
It popped up about 6 months or so ago too.
Yeah, so it comes up every so often. You're right, Zeus, and so someone was posting it around again this past week, and people were, just a huge outrage again. People were calling Rick Rude like just all kind of names. So it's just even in the 90s, stuff that happened in the 90s, you can't even do now. It's just,
the man is dead. You can't beat him down any more than he already is. I mean, come on, leave it alone.
And his reputation, posthumously, people say that he was actually really faithful to his wife.
Yeah, they said that he was a family man.
Which I mean, that's like I said, I mean that's the scuttlebutt. That's what we've all been led to believe. So.
Damn it.
I mean, it goes against his heel character, but hey, if he's that good an actor, why not?
Well, I mean, Rick Rude was kind of, I mean, I think in ECW, he kind of felt more under the radar and was able to get away with more stuff, which is true because especially when he hit ECW in '97, hardly anybody in the country got it.
Right.
That it wasn't as popular as it was toward the end.
Hey Zeus, let me ask you a question. He never blamed Sting for his back injury, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is Sting's fault and that stupid stage?
I thought it was just the stage fault because didn't the wrestlers before they got on didn't they complain about that stage?
Well,
they left it there anyway.
I wouldn't have wanted to do that spot either.
Right, that's true. I'd
have been like, just do the one where he does the one arm over plunge splash thing.
Right.
I mean, jumping from the ring all the way to the floor, just like it's just not that smart of a fucking idea. We just saw Dookie, just fuck up his arm for.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. That was ugly.
Yeah.
Don't
throw Dookie off the top, but
just don't throw Dookie. Don't let Dookie throw itself around.
Want to know something funny? About Dookie? Ever since he got hurt with that arm, everybody wants his card.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting so many trade requests for that Dookie card. I'm like, no.
It is a nice card. They have been producing some really nice cards of him.
Yeah. But ever since he's gotten hurt,
he was originally he was the Bushi of Suzuki-gun.
Right.
And since going to just those guys, just some guys, he's been able to shine because Kanemaru is older and he's not 100%. He's been taking a step back, and then without Desperado there, he's been able to shine, and he really worked on his conditioning and his physicality and everything. So it's funny because he's been a real surprise in the junior heavyweight division because he's really kind of shot up really fast, in my opinion. So
the Dookie card in the new draft looks pretty good too, with the little light effects happening.
Yeah. All the new cards in the draft look pretty good. Even the Gumby one, I was like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So at some point today, I'll do a draft on the air. So.
I just did one like 5 minutes before the air, and then poof, I came that Desby. I was like, holy shit, Zeus! I was like, Zeus gonna punch me in the face. I was I got another Desby.
now we got a new group into our gang. My coworker.
Oh yeah.
Is downloaded it.
The drug dealer of collection, Zeus.
Yeah. Now, sadly, he's currently picking Desperado as his favorite because I kept showing him Desperado.
Oh no! You guys are gonna end up clashing.
So
that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. The whole point is to find somebody who has a different favorite you portray.
Yeah, well, he's not a wrestling fan, so he didn't have a favorite before I
okay.
started.
You should show them Yoshihashi.
Oh my God! Yeah, you should have got him hooked on Yoshihashi.
Yeah,
even non-wrestling fans aren't going to latch on to that fucking
idiot. Imagine he goes around your workplace going
He already makes weird noises, so.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Oh man. But yeah, it should be good. I mean, SmackDown was ho hum yesterday, but it's going to be ho hum because you got the Royal Rumble next week. So
what happened? I haven't looked. I have no idea.
It's just it was just I guess you know what it is too. I guess because WWE's been on such a roll, everybody's expecting every episode to be the best episode ever, and it's not going to do that. I mean, it's not. I mean, it was just average. It was just average. It was like, okay, you had all the women come out. All the women came out, cut promos. All of them entered the Royal Rumble. They actually had a vignette of Charlotte going, I'm entering the Royal Rumble. So, I'm sure Jay's going to show up. Jordan Grace is going to show up. It'd be hot if Tessa Blanchard showed up. They're going to beat the shit out of her. So,
I think you may want, James, you may want to watch, if you're, I don't know if you have plans to watch Saturday night's main event, but
yeah, I do. I'm going to watch it.
Instead of watching it, you may want to watch the Jacksonville show, AEW Collision, because your boy Okada defends or fights Commander. He can call him a bitch while Commander is like jumping on the ropes at NBC.
The fake 1/3 of the fake Triple Crown? Yeah, no thanks.
There's so many matches on this show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 matches. How many matches are going to be on Saturday night's main event? Like 3?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like you don't need this many matches.
People are still pulling apart. People are still picking apart that Chris Jericho fucking FTR match. The fucking Dax Harwood match. People are still on that. How bad it was. Like, yeah.
Well, I know it's January, and it's time for us to start thinking about our year-end awards. I propose a new award for this year. It'd be the first annual Cartman, Eric Cartman, Kyle's Mom is a Big Fat Bitch award. And I think that award should go to Ricochet, because there's not a bigger bitch in all of pro wrestling than this whiny little fucker.
Yeah.
He sounds like a squeaker fucking gamer playing GTA, getting schooled by somebody who knows how to fucking shoot. He is just the most annoying fucking person I've ever heard talk in recent memory. It's just pathetic, man. Like, When are your balls going to drop? And who did your voice for you in Lucha Underground? Right? Remember fucking, fucking Prince Puma had some bass in his voice.
Yeah.
But Ricochet, shut the fuck up.
Apparently,
and now everybody wants out of their contract at AEW. Everybody sees what's happening in the Pendle. They're like, "Oh, I want to leave." Yeah, the grass isn't greener on the other side, buddy.
There's just there's not that many jobs floating around.
Nope.
Zeus,
and there's not a lot of people that they need or are going to want to accumulate. Even though Hunter is well known for collecting action figures and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Zeus,
different circumstances in a way.
Number one, right? Different circumstances, and then also remember, they just signed a partnership with TNA. They don't need people.
Oh no, they don't need any of these fucking people.
So when the WWE was accumulating like a giant, insane number of people, right?
Yeah.
When that was happening, it was because of the network. So they weren't on Peacock yet. They were doing the network, and for them, it was about creating content. So that was why they were thinking like, we're going to have NXTs all over the world, right? We're going to have NXT UK, we're going to have NXT, Japan, NXT Mexico, blah blah blah. So they're trying to stop competition everywhere else and just have like content that could always be running on their network. But then the model changed because they're like, oh, well, Peacock or NBC or whoever, they want to pay us $1 gazillion billion to just be here. We'll just take everything here. Fuck the network. So it changed, right? So then they start firing a bunch of people, and people are like, oh, what are they doing? And I mean, it's business in the end. It's just the way things go. But yeah, that's what. So I mean, you have to look at the circumstances were a little different, like at the time. But they're still accumulating too many people. And besides the deal with TNA, they also have this weird deal with Noah going on currently. Because Omos has been there. He's their tag team champion. He just announced he's leaving. He's coming back to the WWE, and he gave his tag team title to Daga. So.
and they got a few guys from Noah who are in NXT right now. So yeah.
So there's 4 matches for the Saturday night's main event tonight, and I guess like some kind of segment with Cody Rhodes and Shawn Michaels, and Kevin Owens. Yeah,
it's the contract signing.
Yeah. So you also got Braun Breaker defending the IC title against Sheamus. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. That's crazy. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, and Gunther versus Jey Uso.
As long as they don't bring out Hogan and get booed again to be hot.
No, I heard he's not going to be on it. He's not going to be on it.
Good.
No, because I mean, especially after that. I mean, if you go over like a lead fart, they're not going to keep. It's not 1986. They're not going to keep jamming them down your throat.
Especially when he can't even walk to the ring. So I was like...
He's been that way for a long time, though, James.
Yeah, I know. But at least he would make it to the ring to cut the promo. Now he comes out of the entrance. That's it.
Yeah, he's got... And the farthest he can make it is to the left side.
Yeah, that's it. So, why don't you take your ass back to catering, drink your real American beer, and shut the hell up?
I mean, of all the things to give him grief over, that's the most minor thing to give him. Like, that's the most natural thing. This 6'6", whatever, 300-pound man has problems walking after decades of falling on his ass. Like, well...
who's supposed to make a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble? I don't know if it's going to happen, but supposedly he lost almost 100 pounds, and he wants to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if it's going to happen. by fucking Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Yep, he dropped a lot of weight, over 100 pounds.
But he can't walk
but his
either.
knees and back are still shot.
Yeah, he can't walk either.
I know, but apparently, I guess he's been walking better since he dropped the weight. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but
so
I mean, you can do like an Iron Sheik type of thing.
Is that what you're telling me,
Robin?
I said, so you're telling me he's in as good a shape as Eddie Kingston is now?
Yeah.
I guess. Eddie Kingston, Jesus. I guess. He doesn't have to wrestle. All he has to do is show up, make an entrance. You get knocked off the rope before he gets in. It's fine. He's Foley. Who cares? I think the Royal Rumble is going to be interesting this year. So.
I mean, it always is. So that's the thing is, what do we say? Everything's moments, and there's nothing with more moments than the fucking Royal Rumble.
Right. Yeah, right.
I mean,
when
what's his name slipped and slid under the ring, that was in Saudi, right?
Yeah.
That was the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes, the greatest one. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
But like from the, just all these returns like that. Edge's return was a great moment.
Yeah.
There's been some really great moments in recent years that people just went berserk for. I mean, the Edge one, I even watched the replay of him coming out because and a lot of the cell phone footage too, people were just losing their minds. It was really nice to see that people get so excited.
They kept that. They actually kept that a secret. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're not telling these stupid shills that are wrestling so-called journalists.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and you're right because it's based on moments. Like, I remember the moment Nia Jax beat up. She beat up R-Truth and took his spot in the Men's Royal Rumble. The crowd went nuts. So it's all about moments. And now Damian Priest is officially on SmackDown, and he hinted that he wants a shot at Cody's belt. So, it's all going to be interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how long you keep the strap on. I mean, you keep the belt on Cody for another year? I mean, and you ride it out another year? Or are you done?
I don't know if they've. I mean, they're really going to have to build up something between now and WrestleMania to take the belt off of them. I think.
We'll just have to see what they do.
I mean, it could be something good. It could be, could be a last second thing. Who's got Money in the Bank?
Oh no, they haven't had it yet. So no one at the moment.
No one. Okay. So that's a possibility too.
Right.
A curveball could be thrown. And honestly, a curveball at either WrestleMania or SummerSlam to take the belt off of Cody and still have him look strong. That wouldn't hurt him at all.
Right.
Right. To be the uncrowned champion for a while. But I mean, apparently he's the top merchandise seller. So
yeah. Well, I mean, Kevin Owens going to have that ladder match at the Royal Rumble, so they're going to put both the belts way above. I'm like, that's such a smart way of keeping the Winged Eagle on TV. Good job.
Yeah,
they should have just switched that belt to that.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer looking than the other one.
Yeah, but that's the problem, Pedro. It's too much nicer looking than the other one. And, WWE's got an abundance of the other one sitting in the warehouse ready to be sold. That's the problem. I mean, if you were given the choice, everybody, which belt do you want? Everybody and their mother's picking the Winged Eagle. So, I mean, come on. It's, but it's a nice way to keep the belt on TV, The Triple H said, it's a one-time deal. So, it's good, Yeah. We'll see what happens. Saturday night's main event should be Saturday night's main event. I'm not expecting anything crazy because especially if the Royal Rumble's next week. So why would you blow your wad early?
Well, I mean, there's definitely room for something to happen.
You got to keep it to a minimum, though, Zeus, because you can't do it too early.
No, I don't think so. I think because it's a different, complete entity. You're trying to. You want that NBC audience to grow and come back. You don't want to. You can't give them a fucking Thursday Night Thunder bullshit. You got to give them something big and huge to remember.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
You can't give them the return of Raven and Lodi. I mean, they need something big.
Well, the West Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, something. It needs to be big. It really does. Because, I mean, you got to remember, Saturday night's main event had the Andre Hogan title change.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And that was the main event. That was the main event, not Saturday night's main event. But
that's true.
But I mean, you could do something with Shawn then. Like have him get involved with the whole contract signing. Ended up being something where Kevin Owens hurt Shawn Michaels and he can't run NXT anymore. I mean,
straight.
Right, exactly. Or he punches him in the face so hard. Or he punches him in the face so he fixed his eyes. I can see, like the Sandman pulls off the glasses. So, it could be something like that. Who knows? I want to see, as long as I see Jacob Fatu pick up and body slam Braun Strowman, I'll be happy. Because I think Braun Strowman is overrated and he needs to go.
Well, they let him go once, and then they brought him back.
He's turning into EC3, Zeus.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He doesn't do anything.
He didn't burn any bridges.
That is true.
He's gonna go to AML and burn a bridge. Fucking EC3 is going to go to MLW and burn a bridge. He is the most, I don't know how anybody could conceive of working with him. His fucking name value is nothing. Braun Strowman is originally he was a victim of bad booking and them not pulling the trigger on him when he was at his hottest.
Right. Yes. Fair enough.
So, and I mean, because you don't gotta like him, but I mean, he's a great big fucking dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's decent at what he does, and other people can help hide his problems. So I don't think that I don't even think he's really overrated because I don't think he's that popular. So
right.
I think he's kind of where he needs to be. He's just one of those guys that, he works in WWE and he can fill roles because he's an actual big man, unlike some
right.
quote unquote big men of today.
Right.
Are you
help put somebody over?
Are you saying, Zeus, that Hook is not a big man?
I thought you were talking about Taz. Taz is huge, width-wise.
Taz 5'9" tall. Taz 5'9" wide.
I doubt Taz is 5'9". He's probably like 5'5" or something.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying about Bronzus, and I get it. I mean, he was putting over Bronson Reed in that feud that they had until Bronson Reed got hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But all you got, James, all you got to just say is, I don't like him. I don't really like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him either. And
yeah, but I don't want them to ruin the Jacob Fatu. I don't want them to ruin his run, his push. Because he's like everything right now. Don't mess it up.
Yeah. Which is that's a crazy story from that started in 2024 is the Jacob Fatu thing.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
I really didn't see this happening. I mean,
nope. He dropped 50 pounds, came in WWE, and he's ruling it. I'm like, what? And he's cutting promos now. I'm like, holy shit, what?
But I hope for his sake he quit smoking.
Yeah. Because that man flies around the ring like he's a freak. He's a freak of nature.
And I also didn't expect the Guerrillas of Destiny to be doing to be prominently shown. I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
I thought they would have been in NXT for a while, but
it's so wild that if you thought of all the people who left New Japan in the past 2 years and ended up in either WWE or AEW, if you said like, of all those people, the Guerrillas of Destiny are going to be positioned better and get over more than Okada, you'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
No way, but here we are. Here we are.
How about Jacob Fatu? Like Zeus said, he wasn't even in New Japan. He was in that MLW, for Christ's sakes. And he dropped 50 pounds, came in, and goes, raw. Now, if I'm a certain somebody from New Japan who took the money in AEW is walking around with the fake 1/3 of the fake Triple Crown, I got to start to second guess myself.
Well, but he's got the money. He probably took that just for the money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy money. But
Pedro, it wasn't like he wasn't going to get paid in WWE.
I know, but
he was going to get paid.
Yeah, but we have no idea how much.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But here's the thing too. Okada's on the back half of his career.
Right.
And if you're looking at being offered $1 million a year by WWE, which is nothing to sneeze at, but if you're getting offered $5 million from AEW, I'm sorry, man. There's not many people who are going to take the mill.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's what Tony's been able to do. He's been able to sustain his payroll and everything else, by just outbidding WWE on key people. And that's just the way it is. And just like I said, they're not. Sadly, they're not going anywhere until Tony decides he's not going to do it anymore.
So, something I think is important, and we've made this point before, but you have to disassociate yourself from being a fan a little bit. You're looking at it a bit too much like as a fan. When you're like, oh, he would be doing so much cooler stuff in the WWE or etc. To them, it's just about the paycheck.
Yeah, it's business.
That's really all they care about is the paycheck.
But Pedro, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. However, isn't there something to be said in the man who takes pride, the man or woman who takes pride in their craft and wants to work with the best for the best company?
I mean,
I don't hear any kid going, "Oh, as soon as I grow up, I'm going to main event Revolution." No, Every kid who grows up says,
Now,
"I want to main event WrestleMania." I mean, that's how it is.
James, there are actually plenty of people who starting out on the indies who are literally thinking, "Oh, I want to be on Dynamite." Oh, that's like the goal. There are actually plenty of people like that, which is
those are also people who know that they don't have shit for mic skills,
right,
and all they can do is flippy shit, and they love idolizing people
like
Osprey and fucking Nokata.
I mean, you heard Penta cut his promo the first time he showed up. This is the dream come true. I mean, and he's what, 40? He's in his 40s. I mean, he's not young anymore, But he was doing it out there, and the fans were eating it up. So, I mean, there's something to be said to that, too,
You're right. He is about to turn 40. Well,
yeah. It's like, I think it's a double-edged sword, I mean, how many kids you hear say, when I grow up, I want to play for the Yankees. Hate them or love them, they're still the Yankees. It's the same thing with WWE. Hate it or love it, it's still WWE.
The WWE is pro wrestling to the greater public. This is
right.
This is what people
exactly
like. This is what wrestling fans need to understand: is that regardless of what you think is the best pro wrestling or this and this, is immaterial to like the realities to the greater public. The circus, comes to town. Basically when the WWE comes, wrestling is here. So everything else isn't wrestling to them. It's like doesn't exist. It's like I was having a conversation with someone about female wrestlers who could come into the WWE and would make a difference or something. And because it came up because there's talks about Nikki Bella coming back to do something in ring, which it was like I don't see much value in it. I personally don't see much value in it, but
I mean, she wants to make a Royal Rumble appearance, fine, that's it, but a one-off.
But it came up about Sasha Banks, and I was saying like if she came back to the WWE, there's still some value for her there, like not as much as she would think, right? And the person I was talking with was saying like no, like she's ruined it all in AEW, and I was like, but no one knows about the AEW stuff. Like no one has seen, the greater public has not seen Mercedes. They have not seen any of that. To them, Sasha Banks just disappeared. She is just gone. She's doing whatever. They don't know what she's doing. They have no clue. So if she was ever
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Right. But if she was ever to come back, she'll get a pop because the WWE fans will be like, "Oh, Sasha's back." They're not going to know anything about Mercedes
because she changed her name.
Yeah.
Because nobody's it's not. The name's not floating around hardly anymore. So, but once again, she's not walking away from $10 million a year.
Right. Yeah, it just makes business sense.
They won't pay her anywhere near that much in WWE, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think who all is worth that much money, to be honest with you. I mean, people have been justifying her pay by saying, "Look at these matches she has," and you're like, "No one cares about matches anymore."
No, I mean, nobody cares about the matches. Nobody cares about the accolades.
Right?
Nobody cares about any of that shit anymore.
No, like that does not.
Also, you got to remember. Also, you got to remember too about Mercedes Moné is this: she needs to stay in WWE because she is not needed anywhere near. WWF is loaded with women talent.
That's kind of a general issue at the moment. Their roster is so deep on the women's side. They really don't need anyone from anywhere at the moment.
No.
They should get Bozilla. Yes, they should get.
Yes, Bozilla, I agree.
Right, because she's a.
But they don't need her.
No. No.
Right, but they'll need her in 5 years.
Yes.
Right.
In the future.
Right.
So she'd be great to have to be the Raquel that Raquel can never be anymore.
Oh, damn.
There you go. Wow. Yep. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
Well, she has way more charisma than Raquel Gonzalez. Sorry, James.
Well, yeah.
She has way more charisma than Raquel.
Well, that's why Raquel needed to go back to what she was doing in the first place at NXT, because she's limited, and her best attribute is her size. Use it to beat the shit out of everybody. Don't talk. Don't smile. Kick the shit out of everybody. You know.
Yeah, but you know.
But they ruined her. As soon as they turned her baby face, they ruined her.
They have a lot of women with size at the moment, though. I mean, technically, Rhea Ripley's kind of a large woman herself. Well, I don't mean large.
Yeah,
like,
she's big.
I just mean she's tall and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean,
she's tall. She's muscular.
Yeah, I mean,
India Last Legend and NXT, she's a big girl.
What about that girl from Australia or whatever? I can't remember her name. She seems.
Oh yeah.
What happened to her in NXT?
No, she's still there.
Okay,
she's still there.
You don't hear anything about her lately.
No, they use her for a lot of backstage segments because I think she's nursing like an elbow or something.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, Plus, you got Julia with the strap, so they want everybody to focus on Julia. Even though I think Stephanie McKay is going to be better.
Well, see, now you say that, but now tell me, what is her character?
So that's the thing. She's just being the you know what? I can't even explain it.
She doesn't have a character, James. I've been watching her longer than you have. I know she doesn't have a character.
I know, but to me, based off of crowd reaction to the NXT shows that I watch, she gets a bigger pop than Julia.
Right. But Julia,
she's more exciting in the ring to watch than Julia.
But Julia has a character.
Julia has the character. Julia has the look and the entrance.
Well, but the more importantly, like, she's still struggling with the language at the moment. I know, but more importantly, she has experience telling a story and working as a character from Japan, and she's trying to bring that into NXT. Like, she has the language issue, but she's working on it, right? She is showing a lot of potential where you can slot her into roles as a character. I'm
not worried about the language idea, because if you do everything else right, then they'll find a way to get her over without the language. Look at Asuka.
I know, but Asuka, again, charisma out the ass. Like, Asuka has charisma like for ages, and she can work as a character. She can work as a role, and you can put her into a story. So the thing with Stephanie Vaquer, she's beautiful. She can do stuff she can do a lot of kinetic activity in the ring. Okay, but what is her character? She comes out dressed as a demon, but she doesn't act as a demon. She doesn't really say anything other than, like, I won titles around the world, even Japan. I mean, and she doesn't do it, and then it's dropped. Like, there's just nothing. She's just a girl, hot woman who does stuff in the ring. Like, they have a lot of that. I mean, what is Sol Roca? She's a surfer girl who does flippy stuff in the ring. So now you have another person, but at least you can be like, well, she's a surfer girl.
Right.
Stephanie Vaquer, you're like, she's dressed as a demon, but she's not a demon. Like, well, what is she? She's like, well, I'm from Chile. Okay.
I'm from Chile. Who eats Chile?
I mean,
I definitely agree, Pedro. It's just, to me, she looks a lot. Now, I don't know if it's because the WWE is slowing Julia down, because that's also a possibility.
I will now
because she looked like she's moving half speed a lot. I'm like,
keep in mind, Julia is someone who's broken her neck before. Okay,
right.
So like I said a few years ago, they're gonna have to capitalize on her sooner rather than later because, I mean, she's already has a broken neck already in her history. So your time is getting shorter when those things happen.
So you think WWE slowed it down on purpose?
I mean, I think everyone needs to be slowed down. Everyone needs to be slowed down because the in-ring does not matter. What matters is your value as a character. This is why WWE lost nothing when Ricochet left, because he had no value as a character.
No.
That's
because
the currency.
All he ever worked on was flips and bullshit.
The currency right now.
Yeah, the only thing the only thing Ricochet ever did was increase the value of toilet paper.
Well, and things that go up to someplace, but in wrestling, the way I view it at the moment is like your value. If you look at it like a stock market thing, your value is like what your character value is. That's what makes you hotter or not in terms of being of use to something like the WWE. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you something else. Well, go ahead. Finish.
No. I mean that was pretty much it.
Okay. So, people will say that, well, Ricochet wasn't being booked right, or he wasn't given, the platform to better himself. Well, if you look at what Drew McIntyre has done, and just taking to social media and creating promos and drama just from his social media posts, and that getting worked into the story, that's been huge.
Yeah, it has.
The way he rips into CM Punk over the last year and something has been hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, he's added so much. That's the one of the few guys who's done that right and used social media to boost himself.
He's added a lot of depth to his character by doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it just people latched onto it. People, they just keep it going. So like I said, if Ricochet had figured out where his balls were and put some bass back into his voice, he wouldn't be treated like a little toilet paper bitch in AEW in front of 1,500 people a night.
Yeah, I Drew McIntyre, he's smart. He's doing it smart. He's doing it smart. And you're right. The way they work it into the storyline on TV after all this ranting and raving on social media, it gets worked into the story.
Yeah.
So it's there's ways around it, but I guess Ricochet just can't do it.
No, he's too concerned about doing another double flippy do bob shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Baba.
Fucking the top rope fucking hater hasn't been conquered yet, apparently.
Oh,
I'm gonna do 3 flips in a row.
I mean, I gotta say, I was disappointed when Bobby Lashley actually signed with AEW because I thought him and Roman Reigns during the pandemic era, they kicked ass. I mean, Bobby Lashley became, savage. He was savage as champ. I mean, him and Drew McIntyre had those battles. I mean, he was savage, and I don't know.
Bobby Lashley, I'm a little confused with what they're doing with Bobby Lashley in AEW because they brought him in. He seemed a big deal. They had him go over Swerve, who's one of their former world champions, right? So he goes over Swerve, blah, blah, blah. How do they follow that up? Do you know how they followed that up?
They put the tag team straps on him, yeah.
They put the tag team titles on him.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hurt Business. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Hurt Syndicate. My bad.
Yeah. So, and a side note to that, was it like 2 months ago or however long it was, when Private Party beat the Young Bucks for the tag team titles? The AEW fans were like, "Oh, they're finally getting their due. It's their time, finally." They did nothing for those 2 months or whatever, and now they've just unceremoniously dropped the titles to Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. And I'm just like, well, what kind of follow-up is this for anyone involved? Like anybody involved in what we're talking about. Bobby Lashley, you bring him in, big deal. He goes over your world champion, and you follow that by putting a tag team title on him and then talking about like, oh, they're going to rule the tag division. You're like, wait, he beat a former world champion to set up winning a tag title? Like, this, it makes no sense because nothing's planned. I know it's just whatever.
What's the stuff I've been reading? What's the stuff I've been reading that Swerve didn't want to work with Bobby Lashley in the first place?
Oh, I hadn't heard about this. You have to inform me.
Yeah,
I heard something about that. The creative differences.
Yeah, right. Something like that, right? He didn't want to work with him in the first place, and they didn't use, they didn't do the rematch after Lashley went over the first time because there was supposed to be a rematch, and Swerve said no, and then they put him in a match with AR Fox instead.
But well, okay, so like, what was Swerve hoping to get like his win back or something? Because
I don't know. I don't know. I just saw a little, I just saw little snippets. I don't know the whole genesis of the thing.
in no universe would you realistically believe Swerve could defeat Bobby Lashley in any kind of way.
Hell no. You have to do a dusty finish.
You know, they said they're bringing back. They're bringing in AR Fox to have a match with Swerve.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they did have a match on Dynamite. I could be wrong.
They did?
I think I could be wrong. I don't know.
Everybody's trying to recreate their former glory. This isn't Lucha Underground.
Or Combat Zone Wrestling, for that matter.
Yeah, that's true. They probably did wrestle each other a gazillion times. Let me see if I can find Dynamite. It's hard to find Dynamite.
Yeah,
it was match number 5 out of 36 for that night.
Dynamite did a 655,000 number on this week, but SRS, what's that guy's name? Sean Ross Sapp or whatever, is that guy's name?
Yeah.
He's like, they're doing huge numbers on Max on the streaming. So who knows?
Once again, I don't believe that for a minute.
I think it's full of shit. Okay. I have never. First of all, it doesn't even come up in my queue. It doesn't even come up in my queue anymore. AEW on Max, because I'm on Max, and I don't even see it. Thankfully,
I see it.
So Dynamite, Swerve did go over AR Fox on Dynamite this week.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp, he's another fucking God, he's such a douche. You know, there's video of him floating around where he was conducting a Skype interview with somebody,
mm-hmm.
and he stops to snort a line of coke.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yes. He snorts a line of coke, and the thing is he's thinking that the camera view doesn't have him the way he bends over, but you hear him sniff, and then after he sniffs, he clears his nose. But the mirror behind him shows him.
Oh.
What an idiot. Oh my God, these people.
And of course, you know, he's also the same guy who was because he runs the Fightful account too. That's his website, Fightful.com.
Right.
And he tweeted out to some chick, "My hand moves slowly up your thigh." off the Fightful account on a public tweet.
Good job. Good job. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Just ask Tony. Good job. Good job.
He's all
SRS. What an idiot.
He's all up everybody's ass. I mean, like he'll say whatever.
Where's he getting this dynamite number from? Fuck him.
I don't know, but he's more into AEW, just like everybody at Fightful. All those Fightful people are a bunch of fucking young fucking idiots that don't know shit about fucking anything.
You know what gets me still to this day? I mean, that AEW fans still consider AEW to be good wrestling. Well, can't you just say it sucks, but I like it anyway?
There's no good wrestling at the moment. I mean,
and you can't even you can't get people to unbrand themselves. You can't betray the brand or the person or whatever by saying something fucking honest, you know?
I enjoy a number of things in the WWE, but this doesn't mean that I can't say it's good wrestling the way the standards we had once upon a time, right? It's good TV. It's good TV.
TV, right?
That.
Yeah,
I can say that, right. But it's good, I guess, modern wrestling in terms of what modern wrestling is becoming. But the wrestling part doesn't matter anymore. Like we need to get. I'm still struggling with this myself. We have to get over this. The wrestling doesn't matter anymore.
It's not wrestling. It's sports entertainment.
Right. I mean,
it's not Flair really, Dusty anymore. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost great feuds because people got more athletic and smaller. And see, here's another thing too. There was a time when wrestling was paying more than pro sports, right? Why McDaniel left the New York Jets to become a full-time wrestler because he was making more money in Mid-Atlantic from the Crockett's than he was getting paid for by a professional football team. So that has changed a lot because now bigger guys, right? Bigger athletes are looking more at sports than they are at wrestling because there's much more money in sports than there is in wrestling.
Right.
So,
I mean, look at our NFL talk. Like, I don't even follow the NFL, and I knew stuff going on. Like,
you knew Patrick Mahomes is being protected? He's the kid in the plastic bubble, right?
I mean, everyone knows about Patrick Mahomes. They know about the Kelsey dude, the Taylor Swift bullshit. But I mean, I guess what I'm saying, more passionate conversation we were having about that than about wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I hate you for the Eagles, right, Zeus?
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For the Commanders.
Who do you hate more? Hey, Zeus, I got a question for you, Zeus.
The wrestler.
I got a question for you.
I was thinking along this line.
I got a question for you, Zeus. Who do you hate more, the Eagles or the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Yeah, the bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
Hate them.
They're 1-1A in my book. Yeah.
Can't stand from Jerry Jones all the way down.
Yeah. I want to blow up AT&T Stadium.
Don't say that, James.
He was the last decent human being on that team, probably. I mean, Moose was a nice guy,
cool.
and Aikman probably not a total douchebag, but I hated him. And Jay Novacek, they had some good guys.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Much.
Fuck AT&T Stadium, Jerry Jones, that stupid star in the middle of the field. Well, somebody blow that place up. Poof.
Hey! Stop saying that, James. Stop.
Why?
saying that. Stop saying about blowing places up. we can literally get in trouble for that. So stop.
Please. No, I'm not a terrorist. I'm just a Giants fan.
And look, and you see, and Pedro, you hear this spoiled ass Giants fan who's had every sports team in his entire, just almost every sports team in his entire state has won a fucking championship.
Oh, please, come on, man. The last time the Knicks won a championship was 73.
I was about to say
the fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here, all right? I'm ready to your bullshit, Zeus.
I was about to bring up the Knicks, too. I was like, when was the last time they won shit? Like,
please, I had to sit there and listen to Zeus the other time. I thought watching Olympic basketball. Oh, well, he was moving better than Patrick Ewing. Yeah. Oh, please.
I mean, the Mets, the Rangers, the fucking...
Yeah, the Rangers was what, the 80s, the 90s, right?
I mean, the Islanders were a goddamn dynasty.
No, I hate the Islanders, so... I hate the Mets, too.
Because you're on the red and blue team. You're not on the orange and blue team.
Like,
there you go.
James, in his lifetime, they've won the title twice. They won the title, the championship twice, but he was like so small, he has no memory of either time they won the championship. So,
and I've been to plenty of games in Garden where I left with my head between my legs. Okay. I wanted to punch Reggie Miller in the face. I was at the bar crying in my beer like Arn Anderson.
I mean,
there's a tear in my beer.
The Houston Rockets
doing some cocaine at the after party.
Yeah, there you go. I was cursing out Hakeem Olajuwon.
I mean, the Houston Rockets, at least back to back in my lifetime. Teenager, but
they were throwing it outside. The Pacers were throwing it outside, and the Bulls. Oh my God!
Yeah, the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls was the one you couldn't get over. You know, that's the crazy thing is like the way that year shaped up, that the 92-93 year, that, you know, like everybody thought that the Bulls were gonna get beat by the Knicks eventually in the playoffs that year, because the Knicks were just so strong, you know, that season too.
Yeah, and wrong, couldn't do it.
No, just can't. Just Michael's will to win.
Yeah. His favorite place to play was Madison Square Garden. Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I've seen Jordan light up the Garden a few times. So I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I paid for this. It's tough, you know. It's tough. The only thing you can bitch about me, Zeus, is the Yankees. Okay, because I've been to World Series games. I've seen a lot of games. So
yeah,
okay, fair enough.
You know, and James, that's just like last night. Pedro on his stream, he's playing all these summer songs.
Oh,
he's bragging about the beautiful
damn it,
weather. He's got
James. This is a misrepresentation.
He's asking us, he's saying, oh, you guys are so cold, it must suck for you. Oh, here's Cruel Summer. I'm going to
This is a total misrepresentation. James, do you know why? You want to know why I played Cruel Summer last night? Why do you think I played Cruel Summer? Because some frozen guy, some frozen dude from Buffalo requested it. And then after he requested, when I start playing it, he starts saying all that stuff, so I laugh all over.
Pedro's corpsing during the end of the song.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And then another viewer joined in. They're requesting my song "Summer Is Well at Hand," and then Zeus is coming back and he's requesting "Summer Kisses, Winter Tears" by Elvis Presley.
You requested that, Zeus? Yeah. Oh my God. I would have lost if I was there. Oh.
Yeah, made Pedro try to make Pedro look like a heel.
Oh my God! I would have joined in. Oh, that's funny.
He requested Summer '69, but then he went to bed, so I didn't play that one.
Deja, how'd you keep a straight face while you were singing?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Not during Cruel Summer when he started on the.
Oh, I literally got tears in my eyes. Hold on.
Hey, Pedro, you upload that to YouTube, that song to YouTube, and share it.
Yeah, please. Oh my God.
I have to pull a clip of it. But.
Oh. Zeus, you're brutal, man.
I know, I'm an asshole.
And then him and Zombie were feuding a little bit over the pole. But
yeah, he called me Thunder Butthead.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Anyway,
the things you miss on a Friday night. Oh, that's funny.
Whoa, I'm trying to think what else. So this week I watched some of Raw. I didn't watch all of it. I missed the first 40 minutes of it, and then I saw Penta versus Pete Dunne, and I didn't really see anything else after that because I had stuff to do.
I thought that was a decent match.
Yeah, it was kind of a condensed version of the match they've had before. They've had matches before.
Yeah.
On the Indies. And then on Thursday, I watched Stardom's 14th anniversary show. So I did see their 14th anniversary show. So that's all the wrestling I saw this week.
So you think we'll get a rematch between Penta and Reclusa?
I know, probably not, but they'll probably have some kind of interaction. Right? They'll have some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if spiders are involved in the interaction.
Yeah. I heard the numbers for the Netflix drop from the first week to the second. I heard it drop drastically. But I don't think the show was that bad. I mean, you always get two lulls. After WrestleMania and right before the Royal Rumble. There's always the lull. Because, you got to start building up new storylines. So, it's supposed to be, quote unquote, supposed to be a lull right now. But after the Royal Rumble, it's WrestleMania season. So, we'll see how that plays out with the numbers on Netflix. Because I don't know if SmackDown's a hit being 3 hours long on USA.
I don't know. I think SmackDown's numbers last week, they had like a 1.4 million viewers or something was the average. But I don't know if that's good or bad. Like compared to what they had before, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, they were on Fox before, remember? So, they were. So, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I mean, I always am anyway. So it should be good. I'm not expecting much from Saturday Night's Main Event. Although Zeus has a point, you got to give that NBC audience something. So, I mean, like hopefully something big happens tonight. So we'll see.
Jey Uso's going to win the belt. No, I'm joking.
No.
I think they're saving Gunther for Cena. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think so too. Right. I think so too. I think Cena wins it one last time, and then he retires as champ, and then they have a tournament. And he'll go out in his farewell match, and he'll stay away. Unlike some other people.
He'll stay away.
So we'll see. Now, now the question is, who do you put over in the Royal Rumble? I mean, who gets the main event WrestleMania? Do you do CM Punk? Because he's not getting any younger. Do you do Roman Reigns? Do you do Drew McIntyre? I mean, you know.
Well, one thing seems obvious to me from crowd reactions. CM Punk is the most over person in the WWE.
I don't know why, but you're right.
I mean, he seems to be the most over person. I mean, I don't know if you go with that or what, but
I mean, why? Do you do him versus Cody?
I don't know.
I mean, is that appealing?
The way you said the tone in your voice when you said that, is that appealing? Like it's the most disgusting thing. Like you're talking about the most disgusting thing.
I mean, not for nothing, but after I mean, you know, like after Cody Roman, it's like really, you know. I mean,
well, you know, once again, though, all you need is moments. You just need the right moments. You need great entrances, good moments, and then something to remember it by.
Right. Fair enough.
And I mean, honestly, you know, with Cody being kind of a smaller guy, I mean, that would help CM Punk, you know, execute some of his moves because he's just not as strong as he used to be.
Right. Yeah, but you can't put the strap on fucking CM Punk, right? Nah.
Sure you can. Vince McMahon's gone.
That is true.
Hey, Pedro, look in the group chat. Pull up the group chat and show the video I just put in there.
Okay. Hold on.
That is true.
But I don't know. It depends if the if this is the end of the Kevin Owens feud at Royal Rumble.
Right.
Because the Royal Rumble, you know, could set up a WrestleMania match, and you know we could even see Sami Zayn help one or the other win the match.
Yeah, I you know what? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, and you know what? It's funny you said that just because Kevin Owens was wearing a Sami Zayn t-shirt yesterday.
Right.
So yeah. Oh, look at all that glorious snow. Damn. I keep my ass indoors.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll go out. You know, they plowed the parking lot again this morning at the butt crack of dawn.
How are they up there with that? They're constantly on it, right?
They are constantly on it. There's nobody that I mean, this is just one of those places where like the snow plows are dump trucks full of rock salt with plow attachments on the front. So they're incredibly heavy vehicles in the first place. Then they're loaded down with rock salt. So they just drive around and there are times where I've seen on the highway cameras where sometimes they're 5 of them on the highway, right? And they're staggered. You know, it's like the one on the left will be the furthest one ahead, and then they'll be staggered.
Yeah.
And then they're just clearing just tons of snow. You know, like it's nothing. And so, like, as long as I can get out of my parking lot, most of the time the streets are fine.
Right.
Like when we had that 5 feet of snow last Christmas or whatever, you know, that was that was a lot of damn snow.
Yeah, 5 feet's a lot, you know.
Yeah. You building a model there?
No, sorry, I'm just getting a Diet Coke out the fridge.
Oh, okay.
But it wouldn't come out of the stupid.
I had to get a Dr. Pepper Zero sugar.
Yeah, but it wouldn't come out of the stupid plastic little holder. I'm like, get out! Get out!
Get out!
Yo, did you see what Mozilla did to that chick?
Which one?
She smashed her face into the canvas with a kick to the back of the head. Oh, that was savage.
Oh, man.
It's on her Insta. It's on her Insta.
So, a note about Bozilla. In Marigolds, they had these two women win the tag team titles. Then they lost the tag team titles in the very first defense to Bozilla and some new girl named Tank is what they're calling her. Just this tall, muscular girl. I don't know who she is. She doesn't seem to be very good. So,
she's almost a Marigold.
And then in Bozilla and Tank's very first defense, they lose the titles.
Jesus.
So
hot potato.
Oh, you know what I watched this week for the very first time in my entire life?
What?
The movie Public Enemies.
Oh, with Johnny Depp?
Oh, yeah, Zeus, you never saw that?
I've never seen that. And then who's on the G-Men? Fucking Don Fry.
How'd you like it? How'd you like the movie?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there were some parts that were better than others, but it definitely kept my attention pretty good.
I went to watch because I wasn't feeling good the other day, so like I pretty much stayed in bed, and I said, you know what? That was a perfect time to watch all of the Dunes.
Oh,
right. So I figured I'd catch up on all the shows, like all the episodes. I said, but first, I'm gonna watch the first episode of Castlevania Nocturne season 2 because I've been waiting for it. I went through all 8 episodes.
Binged it.
I binged the first episode.
I binged it. It was good. Yeah, very good, Zeus. I'm proud of you.
It's different. I think I need to watch a little bit more of it before I.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? It's totally different take. I like it.
Well, plus I never played the video games.
Right.
The original game was a lot of fun.
Right. But I went to watch the first episode and I binged the whole thing one sitting. I watched all 8. I said, "Fuck." I just couldn't stop. I said, "Oh, one more."
I think I know something you want to watch though, James.
Oh yeah, what's this?
Watch.
What?
New Japan Collection.
Oh Lord.
Let's see how we'll do the new draft. Y'all want to do the new draft?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see this. Let's see how this goes.
I just spent my last 50 on that Despy, so I'm done. I mean, unless I contribute.
Let's see here.
You should pay for somebody another.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's not a good look, Pedro. That's not a good look.
Oh.
No Shazam.
It's horrible. No Shazam.
No, only one more chance.
Oh, stingy fucks. Nothing.
Come on.
It's over.
That's it.
It's over.
Garbage.
Fucking
garbage.
But what can you do?
Garbage.
Oof.
Garbage.
Now I got.
Yeah. So. Has anybody watched that Oil Man or Lawman or whatever it's called on Paramount?
Landman or something like that?
No, you know the one with Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah, I thought it was called Landman or something.
Yeah, Landman or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know.
Everybody's telling me to keep watching it. I'm like, I should watch it. Like,
Landman.
Landman?
Stephanie was talking about it. Stephanie was talking about it, but I haven't seen anything. So.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I said, I watch football tomorrow, so that's not happening. So.
I'm trying to think what we
tonight is Saturday night's main event, brother.
Brother.
I like that promo that CM Punk cut. You're like, even if Hulk Hogan comes out for the Royal Rumble, I'll crush his dusty ass, brother. I was like, yeah.
And that's so funny because like there's no way Hogan could walk all the way to the entrance, all the way to the entrance
No.
for the Royal Rumble.
Even need Tanahashi to help him.
Hogan would be passed by the next three entrants before he could make it to the fucking ring to the Royal Rumble.
He's done.
It would take him like every bit of 6 minutes to get the fuck his old fucking broke down ass to the fucking ring.
Now with Charlotte Flair coming back, I hope she comes back alone. I don't need to see her daddy with her. Let's not do that again.
No, he's only 140 years old.
He's got one more match in him, James.
Yeah.
He's still
have a
Steamboat.
He could have a pacemaker match with Triple H. No.
A pacemaker.
Please, Steamboat will run circles around him. I saw Steamboat actually deliver a chop and a dropkick in fucking Greensboro. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because he had, Steamboat hasn't abused his body with fucking drugs and alcohol like Ric Flair has for 50 years.
That is true.
And
that is true.
He did, and also to be fair, Steamboat didn't survive a goddamn plane crash.
True.
Yeah.
Like Ric Flair.
Yeah. Right. He didn't break his back in 2 places. Yeah.
So.
One more match. Oh Lord, no. I can't. It's bad enough you got Jeff Jarrett on AEW TV, please.
Telling you, the man, he verbally vomits gold. I don't know what it is, but he's able to schmooze any fucking buddy. I mean, if he, he was just remember this man held up Vince McMahon on like a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon before the Sunday pay-per-view and told him, I need $750,000 in cash or I'm not showing up tomorrow.
Yeah, he held him up. Yeah.
They not only brought him back, they put him in the Hall of Fame.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody has ever put Vince McMahon in the Kiss My Ass Club like Jeff Jarrett did.
Yeah. Good point.
Once again, I'm not saying he's not old and tired and in his late 50s, but I mean, who would you rather listen to talk, him or Ricochet?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Jeff Jarrett could always cut a promo, so that was never an issue with him.
Zeus, you're not being very charitable. Everyone's voice goes up when something's up there somewhere. But
damn, Pedro, really?
Yeah, but when it's self-inflicted, that's your own damn fault.
I know, right? It's not even Samantha Irvin up there. That's even worse.
That's funny. Maybe she's putting a speaker up there and.
No.
198 pounds from We Don't Care, California. It's Ricochet.
TP Man, yay.
TP. What is this toilet paper thing y'all keep referencing? I don't know this. Like,
because he got hit. They threw toilet paper at him, Pedro.
Oh, that's right. The Ring of Honor show, right? Or
they chucked AEW. It was an AEW show.
It was at the Hammerstein. It was at the Hammerstein ballroom. That's why I thought Ring of Honor.
It's definitely.
They chucked a bunch of toilet paper on him because he sucks.
Well, I think it was the same 2 rolls. They just got tossed back and forth because he kept throwing them back to the crowd.
Right, yeah.
Were you getting a tic tac there, James? What the fuck?
Yes.
Nah.
It's Los Drogas. No, I'm joking. James, do we need to get going? I can't remember your schedule.
No, so far so good. So far so good.
Okay.
So you can go straight to one. And after one, I got to bounce.
Okay. He has it. He has
because the Cuban assassins.
Yeah, the Cuban assassin. Assassino.
Assassin. You know, she's wearing a Bane mask.
You remember that there was two Cuban assassins the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament in '93 in WCW.
Yeah, the Cuban assassins. Yeah, who wasn't one of them? Jody Hamilton?
No.
Was it one of the? I could have sworn one of the assassins was Jody Hamilton. No.
Yeah, he was one of the assassins, not the Cuban assassins.
No, not the Cuban assassins. Okay, right. Right. My bad.
Jody Hamilton. I think he was actually the second guy to be the assassin. Let's
he was
look
who?
it up.
Okay.
Jody Hamilton. So he was assassin number 1.
Right. Okay.
And when he wasn't in a tag team, he was the assassin.
He was the assassin. All right. So actually, who was the Cuban assassins?
Well, I think it was just the Cuban assassin and some other dude.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, David Sierra. He's called Fidel Sierra. And then he actually had a decent career for somebody who's, you know, kind of forgotten. Holy Jesus, you guys stringing ring names. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see.
The Cuban assassin. Yeah. No, I was watching on YouTube the other day.
What?
The whole history between the Road Warriors and the Varsity Club.
Oh, nice.
You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
Who
was mentioning?
That was some good stuff.
Angie was mentioning the Road Warriors in one of her Instagram stories.
Isn't that the storyline when they turned on Sting at the end?
No, they turned on Sting before the Varsity. Well, I mean, they were wrestling the Varsity Club in that 6-man match.
Right.
And they were not tagging Sting in during the match. And then they were both the Road Warriors were messed up, and Sting got the tag, and that pissed off Hawk and Animal, and they beat the fuck out of him, which was great.
Okay.
I love that shit. Then they stabbed Dusty in the eye.
Yeah, that was savage. And that's when Dusty was selling everything. He wore white shirts so the blood would show up better. He was awesome, man. Fucking Big Dust.
And that's that's when my mom unplugged the TV.
Really?
Yeah. When they were stabbing Dusty in the eye. She couldn't take looking at it, and she got mad. She's like, "Turn it off!" I was like, "No, this is great." And she unplugged the television.
It was bad enough I was intimidated by those spike shoulder pads, but I didn't know they were removable. And then he unscrewed it and stabbed Dusty in the eye, but I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my, that's amazing!"
Yeah. I mean, I would think you'd have to, you know.
Yeah, but you know, your kids. I wore shoulder pads when I played football, high school. I'm like, yeah. I'm sure they got it molded on there as plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm trying to rationalize the kayfabe, you know.
Yeah.
He unscrewed that shit. I was like, oh.
So I must be thinking of a different maybe it was that was it Starcade was it Pat O'Connor?
What are you talking about, Zeus? Which Starcade?
The Pat O'Connor Memorial Tag Team Tournament.
Ah, okay.
Starcade 1990.
Gotcha. There were a couple of teams from New Japan in there, right?
No, it's just it was Great Muta and Masa Saito.
Okay.
Well, I guess the Russian guys, the Zangief and Hashimi.
Oh yeah.
They were wrestling in New Japan.
Always forget about those dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. The Steiner brothers beat Sergeant Kruger and Colonel DeClerc.
Who?
Yeah. Colonel DeClerc was Flyboy Rocco Rock.
Oh, look at that! Really?
Yeah. Because they were like the South African team, remember?
Oh yeah,
they wore like desert camo.
It's funny when you look at it now and you're like, oh, that's who that was.
Rey Mysterio Sr. and Conan beat Norman Smiley and Chris Adams.
Oof.
Who the fuck was Troy Montour and Danny Johnson? I don't even remember what the hell country they were supposed to represent.
Who?
The team the Russians defeated? They don't even have pages.
Or some jobbers from the back. Or cameraman.
Pretty much.
Cameraman.
Hey, throw on some underwear. Here, go in the ring.
You know, it was kind of weird that South Africans in wrestling in like the 80s, like the South African gimmick was this kind of military, fascist-looking thing. Yeah. Nothing relevant to this past week. Anyways, I just wanted to make James pop.
Don't kill James.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill James. I wanted to make him pop. James, take it easy. Take it easy, James. It wasn't that funny.
Oh, damn, James, you sound like Ricochet.
Oh man.
Did you say James sounds like Ricochet? James sounds like Ricochet.
Oh, you guys are killing me today, man. Oh my gosh. I sound like Ricochet.
James is at least twice the size of Ricochet.
Yeah, Jesus. What was he, 5'2"? Oh.
He's like a half-inch taller than Rocky.
Oh,
that's true. I forgot Sylvester Stallone's short.
Oh my God, that was good. Both of you, that was good. The picture, as soon as you said it, I actually pictured it. That's why I started laughing. Because I actually pictured it. Oh, let's cut off the beers when you need them.
But
he was there, James.
He was there.
Just a funny thing. So that Starcade 90, that was another one that was just jam-packed full of matches.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Wasn't that a 2-day? No, that was 1 day, right?
Yeah, it was 1 day. It was 14 matches for that Starcade.
Jesus.
Yeah, they had Bobby Eaton against Z-Man, Then the first 4 matches of the tournament, of the tag team tournament, they had Michael Wall Street with Alexander York against Terry Taylor. They had the Skyscrapers, Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey beat Big Cat and the Motor City Madman. Ugh.
Man.
Oh.
And that was a minute. That was a 1:01 match. Then they had Tommy Rich and Ricky Morton as the faces beat Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvin. And that was 6 minutes. Then the Steiners beat Rey Mysterio and Conan. Masa Saito and Great Muta beat the Russian guys. Lex Luger beat Stan Hansen in the Lariat match. And then they had the Doom versus Arn Anderson and Barry Windham street fight match. And then the Steiners won the tournament, and then Sting beat the Black Scorpion, which turned out to be Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Which nobody was shocked as soon as he walked in.
Wasn't that supposed to be Al Perez?
No, I think Al Perez was one of the Black Scorpions.
He was one of the Black Scorpions?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it was supposed to be Al Perez at the end, but they couldn't come to contract agreements at the end. And
which is
after he played
it's
it.
Not like the guy had a lot of options.
Yeah, I'm saying, right? I thought he would have been pretty decent in WCW, but I guess not.
He sadly went over like a lead fart when he came from World Class.
Yeah.
I think he needed a better finisher than the airplane spin, though.
Yeah, that was always a little weak.
Well, it just in the era where the power bomb was so strong, he needed something a little bit more new school than that.
Yeah.
Man, the 1991 Starrcade is a gazillion matches as well.
Which is a Starrcade that went 2 days. Wasn't there one that went 2 days?
No.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah.
Wrestle.
That was a Jim Crockett Memorial Tournament that went 2 days, right?
Yeah. The tag team went 2
right.
days.
I was so excited at our very first Jim Crockett Cup. I was like, this is going to be awesome.
Well, then we couldn't see it.
Right. That pissed me off.
I think it was really limited on the closed circuit availability on that in '86.
It wasn't available in New York because it wasn't on a pay-per-view or closed circuit or anything.
Yeah, it was just that closed circuit thing you had to get, and I know my mom wasn't going to pay for that.
Yeah.
And then, and then finally you just had to wait and see what was left over on that the home video.
That's how I ended up watching it. I had to order the home videotape. Yeah.
I think I rented it.
Yeah.
But now you can watch it in high def, except for the ending of the final match. Well, I mean,
I thought that first Crockett Cup was so special. I was like, this is going to be amazing. All these different tag teams from all over the world.
Yeah, and but then the second year they pivoted and made it a great story with the Superpowers winning it all.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Horseman in the final match. So
yep.
And Magnum TA came to ringside with the cane and everything. That was a great fucking moment. That was that was a great night for that.
Well, that's why Nikita turned face. Remember? Because I'm doing it for Magnum.
Before that.
Yeah, but he was doing it for Magnum. Right?
Exactly. That's what I mean. Dusty and Nikita were doing it for Magnum.
Yeah.
So
that's some classic stuff, man.
That led into the Superpowers and the Road Warriors against the Four Horsemen for the Great American Bash the next year.
Yeah. That's why it burns my bridges.
That year, probably.
That's why, guys, it burns my bridges every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, AEW is just like how the NWA and WCW used to be." I'm like, no. WCW couldn't even touch their own history. They didn't even come close to what the NWA used to be. No,
let your roads go there, AEW.
No.
What are you saying?
You let the two most creative guys fucking go. Well,
Dude,
you let one go, you let the other one, you fired the other one.
What in WCW history can compare to John Moxley passing out, Eddie Kingston passing out, protecting John Moxley from the explosion against Kenny Omega?
All right, that storyline is going over like a wet fart too. The whole Death Rider with John Moxley as champ.
Oh yeah, the AEW fans hate it. Their audience hates it. I hate that storyline.
All right, it's not working at all.
It's not drawing people or accolades.
What is this supposed to be? What is this supposed to be? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm.
All I know is
he's supposed to be a heel. He's supposed to be a heel to take over AEW.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, but he's the AEW champ. That makes sense.
Yeah. They're I guess it was kind of supposed to be like what NWO-ish sort of thing, but I mean, who knows? I mean, it don't matter.
No. And I saw something with Moxley and what's his name? Weighs $125. I'm sorry, that's all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Is it Wheeler Yuta?
Okay, Wheeler.
Oh
Yuta.
Yeah.
What a great name that is. Like, in the history of pro wrestling, it's going to go down and people are going to go, oh, you remember Wheeler
Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta, yeah.
He sounds like a fucking Triscuit made in fucking, Belgium.
Wheeler Yuta.
Put a little spread on it. Put a little schmutz on it. Put a little schmutz on it.
What flavor would that be? It's like thyme and rosemary. It's Wheeler Yuta.
No. It's like salted licorice and fucking basil.
Oh man. I don't mind salted licorice, but I like licorice.
Wheeler Yuta, liver flavor.
Oh.
I mean, I think Pac has always been underused everywhere he's went. So, but that's just
me. He gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah.
And I mean, let's be, Pac, for whatever he brings in the ring or whatever, he's a tiny, muscular, roided up, long-haired, like death metal looking dude. I mean, he looks kind of like the Mutant, that guy I saw in the Ring of Honor show, except roided up. I mean,
he definitely escaped from whatever the Elf Kingdom is in fucking Lord of the Rings.
I mean, he just what potential do we really see for him? Like, he doesn't.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But
I mean, he had. I mean, there was a point where he was absolutely my favorite guy in AEW.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to disparage him too much. He did actually have a character in the WWE. He had somewhat of a character.
Yeah. Didn't he have that run as Cruiserweight champ too?
Yeah, and I mean, he did kind of carry himself as like this angry British bastard guy. Like, he had some sort of character there. But
the dwarf who couldn't reach the doorknob. Yeah,
he's a tiny dude. I mean, yes, he's roided up, but I mean, we sort of saw how that ended up with some people. Benoit.
Oh damn.
Tiny roided up dudes doesn't have a great ending usually, but
I always thought it could have been more.
I'm just saying, take care of your ticker, Pac. Take care of your ticker.
I mean, like what? I mean, Do you think Aleister Black is going to end up back in WWE?
Probably.
Man, his wife's still there.
Well, she's never been. She never really became half of him. She was. They were smart enough to keep them as separate characters that weren't linked together. And if they're smart, they'll keep them separate when they come back.
Yeah, I think she did her best work with Andrade because I thought that was because I thought she was the perfect mouthpiece for Andrade.
About that, James.
Because,
what? I don't think anybody would argue that her best work was done with Andrade, and sadly,
because she was the mouthpiece
8 years ago, though.
Yeah, you're right, Zeus. Yeah. I
mean, when they were a duo together, that's like what 2016, 2017, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, Zeus is right. Yeah, about 8 years ago.
Where is Andrade? He's disappeared.
He showed up on SmackDown last night. He was talking with The Miz.
Oh.
But I don't know. But I guess after that best of 5 series with him and
Carmelo.
Yeah, I guess they're giving him a break. Carmelo look. I think Carmelo's been a little bit misused because he had a match last night with Damian Priest, and he knows how to wrestle a big guy. He's actually believable. They should use him more against big guys. But they just put him in matches. He doesn't do stories.
James, are you telling me that he should be used to put over big guys? He makes big guys look good in the ring. So you're telling me he should be a jobber to
No. But he's believable when he starts kicking the shit out of the big guy. You believe it. It's just he could be used against the big guy, and it wouldn't look like such a mismatch. Because Hayes is not a big guy, but he carries himself big in the ring. He's like Io Sky. Io Shirai is not a big woman, but she carries herself as a big woman in the ring, unlike Zelina Vega.
Well, that's kind of yeah, but I mean, Zelina Vega is about 3 feet tall.
Well, I mean, Io Shirai is pretty short as well.
To tower over a garden gnome.
Now,
if they make Dakota Kai look believable, Jesus.
Io Shirai is very athletic. She's always been very athletic.
And she carries herself as big in the ring, even though she's not big in stature. It's the same thing with Carmelo Hayes.
I think there's a little bit of difference with the women because women are all kind of in a way smaller.
Right. But hold on, Pedro. I mean, that feud between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, everybody believed it because they look good.
Well, and also it was NXT.
Right. But
you have to understand the audience.
But it's still a 6'4" guy against a 5'10" guy, and the 5'10" guy made it look good.
But again, it's NXT, which is basically to a lot of people, it's kind of like a super indie in a way. It's kind of its main audience.
Right.
So it's a little bit different setting in terms of the dynamics that work in it.
Agreed, but it's still a smaller guy going up a big guy, and it was believable. But other small guys go up against big guys, and you're like, get out of here.
We're talking about this. We're talking about
Swerve going up against Bobby Lashley. You know damn well Swerve's not going to. Whatever he does, ain't going to look believable against Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley's a fucking monster.
But I mean, we're talking about this as if we're back in the old days of the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
Like everyone on average is leaning towards smaller for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I was seeing a thing. It said Cody Rhodes and CM Punk were both 6'2". I have a hard time believing that both of them are 6'2", but they might be. But
Isn't Cody Rhodes just 6'2"?
Cody Rhodes
yeah.
And
I don't know if
CM Punk.
CM
They
Punk
said both
is
of them are
6'2".
6 feet too. I find that hard to believe.
I don't know if CM Punk is 6'2".
I've never seen either one in person, so I can't say. I've never seen either one in person. So.
I've seen Punk in person, and he don't look 6'2" to me.
I've seen Cody in person. I don't feel like he was taller than me. I mean, I met Killer Cross. I mean, he's definitely taller than me. He's definitely 6'4".
Yeah, that's a big dude.
God, so that's a funny story because that first WrestleCade, and he was there, and he didn't even have merch. He didn't have any merch with him that night. Like, how the hell do you go to a WrestleCade and not have and not have merch?
Who's at the meet and greet with no merch? That's brutal.
But that was before. I think that was before. I want to say he'd done that dark match on Lucha Underground. He wasn't officially part of the roster that year.
He wasn't White Rabbit yet, right?
Right.
Lucha, lucha, lucha.
What? I know we're. I'm looking at the time. We got to start wrapping things up. James, what all you have going on this week?
Besides appointments and getting a printing product by the Cuban Assassin, I'm gonna try to do a Real House radio set this week if all goes well. Yeah, because I wasn't able to do one this week. It just wasn't happening. I was done. So hopefully I should be good to go this week.
All right. Well, Zeus, you got anything going on this week?
No.
No. I'm gonna finally sit down and watch Doom. I went to watch it the other day. I ended up watching fucking Castlevania.
Yeah.
So.
What do I have? Looking at cards on Tuesday. The music streams for Zeus to make me look like a cruel, heartless.
Basking in the hot weather.
Yeah. What is the temperature here? It's currently 56 degrees here. So yeah, I guess it is.
Oh, it's actually 57 here. So there you go. Yeah.
It's 24 here, and y'all can kiss my
ass. As he comes from the land of the ice and snow.
24.
5 it was the other morning.
Yeah.
Brr. Don't forget your mittens, Zeus.
Everyone.
More cold weather your way. You keep this.
Oh damn. I know. I know we have rain coming this week, so Zeus is sending weather our way.
I'll be sending some thunderbolts.
I need some rain, Zeus, please.
Everyone, take care. We had a number. We've had viewers today, but no one's speaking in the chat. Just wanted you to know, lurkers, you're appreciated. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for hanging.
Everyone, take care. Stay warm, and adios.
Later.